Fright, playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine what's fueling his creativity inside. Guys, it's a channel where he's shining so bright. MTG, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Are you listening?
Whoa! Good morning. Look at Hillbilly trying to blind you with his smoke. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. He thinks he's a dragon now. Rawr. Look. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the Super Fast Tortoise Show. Good morning indeed. I hope you're having a great morning. It is Thursday. Yeah, it is a Thursday. It's May 9th, which I normally don't tag these things with dates, but maybe I should. Maybe I should start doing that. You know, I have no clue. But you are here. I'm here. Hillbilly's here. TCG's here, but he'll be back in a second. He's AFK for a moment. But we're having a great conversation in the behind the scenes, and we're excited for today's chat and chill day. No topic today. Today is just going to be a fun day to talk about stuff. And there's some stuff I'd like to talk about, you know, that probably like 2 seconds or not.
Nice.
How you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm pretty good. That's pretty good runs on Arena today.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good runs. Well, I hope you got your drink. I know you don't have coffee today because you got that test.
Yeah, I got doctors. Got to go to the doctors today and do a test. So I'm on water today.
Water support. Whoop, whoop. And it's a good time to remind you guys that here at Superfast Tortoise, we are officially sponsored by cardsutopia.com, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags like these, like this one in the middle. Go get that one. You can get that Dag Blanket one right there on the very right side of the screen. Yeah, look at that. You can get vinyl dice bags and get these cool looking dice bags right here. Get these strawberry dice bags. Then you can get lapel pins. You can get commander plates. You can get customized paintings. You can get dragon tails that glow in the black light, or you can get these nifty Black Lotus dice holders. Whoa, whoa. And you can find all that stuff all at cardsutopia.com. That's right. That's right. Everybody gone crazy in the night. Everybody gone crazy tonight. That's right. Ooh, feel relaxed. So have you had a good morning?
Yeah, pretty good morning.
Yeah, pretty good morning, chilling out.
Yep,
just relaxing.
Yep, woke up. That's the best part of the morning.
Hey, I did that too.
You're welcome. Best part of waking up is coffee in your cup.
Yep.
Yo,
That's
on
right.
some real ish, the commercial you're like referencing,
Mhm.
I actually got a bit of that coffee the other day from the store, and it was so gross. I was like, why is this America's coffee? Maybe it was a bad batch, bro. I think it was a bad
Well, it depends
batch.
on what you get. Like me, I like the strong flavors, so I can try to get the stronger flavors.
I like the Colombian roast.
Yeah,
Colombian roast is good
I
too.
like that. Yeah, if I don't get Colombian, I'll do the breakfast blend.
Breakfast blend's a good one too.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, coffee is great. There's different ways of getting coffee. Coffee, well, luckily it's not super expensive, but it is kind of expensive to get coffee these days. It's like what, $12 a big can that lasts us like a week or two, like a week and a half, really. But
Yeah, that's about on par, especially if you're sharing with two people.
Right.
Since my lady is expecting. She doesn't drink coffee anymore, so it's just me.
Just you. And congratulations on the other thing.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. TCG Dude's going to have TCG Dudes.
All right. Stop all that riffle shuffling.
Yeah. Someone cast a clone.
Yeah. Wow, bro. That was a good one. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I can see him.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, that's information that's news to me. So I think that's pretty cool. And I hope things go well with that, especially as you plan for the future.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I mean, one of TCG Dude's missions has been to pass the torch, so to speak. Not saying I'm going to forever give up Magic, but I wish to pass on the game and the knowledge and the fun to others. And, I guess start within, right?
Start within, start here, start now. Build it up, build an empire. Like, in fact, that's one of the reasons why I reignited my channel is starting something as a Magic channel, because I had family in Nevada that started playing Magic, and I wanted to teach them about Magic. That's kind of how that started.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
But they all grew out of Magic, went to college, so I was kind of left on my own.
Womp womp.
They're actually living lives, having a full career, all that jazz.
Well, joke's on them. You got cardboard.
That's right.
Yeah, he got surprised cardboard the other day.
Oh, really? Got some in the mail?
Hold on.
I got to go to the post office, actually. I think I'm expecting a package from DJ.
Cool.
Yeah. I got and other packages. I got my flipping Japanese. Oh, we can't hear tortoise.
Yeah, take your show over.
Oh goodness, I didn't even check the chat here. What's going on in the chat? We got Bill Nye, the Magic Guy. Hello. Yeah. We got.
Sorry, my mic is. A cat jumped on my mic when it was put away, and they kind of messed up the cord part where it goes into the mic. Then connect the cord that connects to the computer. So I have slight issues with my microphone at the moment. Luckily, I have a backup mic, but I really like this mic.
Right.
All right.
Hey,
so let's say hello to
kitties,
some
don't do
people in
that.
chat. What?
Kitties, they be like that.
Oh, yeah. Say hello to Brian Fish, Bill Nye, the Magic Guy, Mrs. Hillbilly. What's up? James Willis. Whoa, whoa. Woo woo! Yeah, you guys are here. You guys are for sure here. And you know what that means. We have all the introductions in the way.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Nice. Yeah, he's gone again.
All right. I mean, that's one way to do show and tell.
I just got booted from StreamYard for a second there. I'm like, what happened?
IDK, my BFF Joe.
Yeah. Bill Nye, only 3 months till 18. Nice.
Cool.
Awesome. That's cool. That means you can join the show.
Yep.
Oh man. So getting all excited going forward. I feel like my computer's trying to give me issues. I mean, that was weird being booted out like that. All right, where are my banners, brand, and so there was literally everybody. We got a segment called Question of the Day where you can go onto Discord and go into the Question of the Day tab, which is surrounded by two Earths, like the title, and you can actually upload a video that'll be featured on the live of you asking a question. And I'm trying to get this popular. Because like I made a question of the day today, and I thought it was pretty good and pretty clever. And I'd like you guys to participate in that a little more, so you can be featured on the show. Because like if you leave a question of the day, like a video show, you pick up your phone, record a quick video, upload it to Discord's little server there as a question of the day. You can be featured on the channel. It will.
Yep.
And the question of the day segment is now.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
Question of the day, like I said, it was brought to you by this guy. And the question of the day for you guys to answer, because I kind of answer this question of the day, is do you have a commander or any commanders that you would love to improve the deck that they run? Like I would like to improve Atraxa and Valky, but right now Valky is the one I want to improve the most. Thank you.
Yep. I can answer that. My vampires, and my Mothman.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Mothman could definitely. Was this from earlier? Must have been. You can hear me now, right?
I heard you.
Like
Yeah,
2
all right.
minutes earlier. I don't know
Yeah.
if anything's changed since then. I can hear you fine on my end.
Twiddler, hello. All right, so must have been earlier. Oh darn, he got audio on my end in production. Yep. I'm scared at Twiddler. Twiddler.
What's up, Twiddler?
Twiddler is a fool. He just twiddles with thumbs like this. No kidding. James, well, sorry, I just checked. You're good. So there's been some talks lately, like and this, like I said, there's no topic today. It's chat and chill, but there's been talks lately that people are trying to get CEDH popular enough to go into Pro Tour. And right now it's kind of rumored, but there are people talking about it, people pushing for it, people trying to get better at it. What do you guys think should happen?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, heck, they got what did they do there right now?
They do standard, they do modern, they do historic, they do the other one, I can't think of the name of it. Anything that's a 60 card format, really.
Well,
Thank you, Bill Nye.
yeah, it wouldn't hurt to change it a little bit. But they already got so much going on right there.
Right, but the reason why people are talking about it is because Commander is the most played format right now, like across everything, and CEDH is like the tier way to get into Magic. And the CEDH could be the best way to play Commander at the Pro Tour and have a following. We're trying to think butts and seats. I think if they did CEDH in the Pro Tour, because like CEDH is usually 1v1, so you can have pods of 4, but it's usually 1v1 for how fast the decks work. That if it gets butts and seats, it could also get people interested in higher powered Magic and create a scene for it and raise prices of cards and create collectability and nostalgia in ways like it could be.
Oh yeah, true.
They're
wanting to work on standard though, but it needs a lot of work to bring it back.
Right. Well, TCG Duty was about to say something really quick.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I don't like the idea actually. And to segue, Hillbilly was mentioning standard. I think that the efforts of Wizards are best kept in 60 card formats instead of trying to expand their resources to a politicked format. I'm sorry, but it can be manipulated. I'm not gonna put my money into a format or time and effort into a format that could just be weaseled out because two people had a back end deal.
I'm saying CEDH. I said CEDH is usually 1v1. Like
Oh,
you
is
do
it? Is it?
content.
Are for real? For real? Is that we're usually 1v1? That's more of a Highlander type thing. Then I was
Yeah.
unaware. I was unaware.
Yeah, like when you go to F&Ms and you do CEDH tournaments, like it's 1v1.
Okay, well, this is news to me. I guess I'll have to consider CEDH a whole bunch different then. But up until this point, yeah, I thought it was just a traditional 4-player do-si-do.
James Willis, can you set your sources for this info? Right now, it's not a solid info. Wizards is not hasn't talked about it yet. It's people talking about it in general. Like I was watching, like last night, for example, I was watching the Magic show with Evan Irwin and all that jazz. And they were talking about it, and they were talking about the sources that they were talking about, that these sources are coming from, how to improve, how it could improve, not the Pro Tour, but the Pro Tour numbers of viewers. You know, like, and then a couple people on Facebook actually started talking about CDH being more of a format that could be regained, repopular. Not repopular, but regained into the format to bring life into the tournament scene, because people are not playing modern and standard in the numbers they used to. But I think partially that's kind of due to the DCI system not being as good as it used to either.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and the prize support isn't there either. There's not a lot of motivation. When people can also play at home on the computer with MTGO or just with their friends, at their house and say, hey, let's go get a 6-pack and play some Magic. That sounds a lot more appealing to folks wanting to go get sweaty at the LGS. Sometimes, to each their own.
Oh yeah. So like the whole idea is weird to me, to be honest, like CDH. But because CDH is such a kind of a salty format. I mean, you can run Tegrid God Assault in there and still lose, and Tegrid God Assault's a nasty commander. You can run really good decks in there, but what are you changing? But the positive side is if they can revitalize the Pro Tour, because they are trying to do that. Like I've noticed they've been pushing more content for the Pro Tour. They got people starting to talk about the Pro Tour again, and I don't do Twitch, and I wish they would stream on YouTube again. But if they could stream on YouTube the Pro Tour, I'd watch that stuff more often now. Help give them that view. I mean, why not? Multiple facets of streaming on two different channels. YouTube gets viewers. There are people like me who are diehard YouTube fans who stick with YouTube, and there are people who are diehard Twitch fans. And then you have those people who are in the middle who like both Twitch and YouTube. But why don't you cater? Does it cost more money to stream?
Well, actually, yeah, bro. It does. That's the problem. So, long story short, the man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. You know what I'm saying? And they're already having an issue handling their house as it is. So, to try and expand with I don't want to say experimental format, like it's had its roots. It's 10 years deep now, right? They've had mainline products for it, and whole sets based around it now, not just commander decks. But for whatever reason, they just can't put all the pieces together at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I see Bill Nye's comment here. It says, but CDH is mostly a 4-player format, so I think they would keep it a 4-player format because they make it 1v1. Some cards wouldn't work, so they don't think they make a 1v1 format. But the weird thing is that F&M's CDH is a 1v1 format, especially in my area. It's 1v1. It's casual nights where it's 4v4.
That could be a localized experience.
Well, like it's 2 different states I've seen that done at. So that's Utah and that's Iowa. So I don't know.
Right.
Like,
I mean, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and carry on for half a second. I'm gonna pull up something on my end.
all right, pull up something that's pretty cool. No, you know, so like it is like there are 4v4 formats and ways to play. Like my friend, and I'm not gonna name his name, but he that plays CDH more often than any other format, and he does pods of 4 for casual night, but when he goes to tournaments, it's 1v1. So I don't know.
Well, you know, every LGS is different, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, like I know the 1v1 thing started because it's easier to keep track of winners and losers. Not to sound,
Obviously.
that's just how it is. You're gonna have winners, you're gonna have losers. You know, and you know the winner, and you know that's how they control the bracket. It's harder to do that on 4v4 podcasts because you're like, who won first, who won second, who won third, who won fourth, or
Well,
who
and that's
lost
part of
first.
and that's part of what I was alluding to earlier is that the CEDH is not a 60 card 1v1 format. I mean, you could have a 100 card 1v1 format, doesn't matter
Right.
the size of the deck, really.
Right.
But trying to establish a competitive scene with multiple people in pods like that is going to be really difficult. I would compare. Let's see here. I like to play Call of Duty, right? And I was just last night watching somebody on Twitch do ranked Call of Duty, and
Right.
then after the ranked proceeded to do a 1v1, right? And the feeling of competition was so heavy there, bro. And it was such a good match one. Like, honestly, dude's team had it for like 75%, and then they got like full of themselves, lost their momentum, almost lost the match, and the dude I was watching had the clutch play and got the W at the end with like 2 triple kills, bro. It was so exhilarating to watch.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't know if that kind of sensation can be translated very well in Commander, especially because there's a lot of like tech and, well, I could do this, and they could a lot of theorizing. Right. You're constantly theorizing in a Commander game, but when it's a 1v1, that narrows down the speculation a little bit for the broadcasters. Like the people commentating on the game even are going to have an easier time with 1v1 as opposed to pods.
All right. Reading Bill Nice comment. As someone who plays CDH countrywide, I will say that all my 4 years of CDH, I've never had done a 1v1 in a tournament for CDH. That's interesting. So I wonder, like, because like the 2 states I've been in where they've done 1v1, that's like a total of 2-3 shops. So, no, 4 shops actually, and they do 1v1 for tournaments, and that's then I thought that, like, my thought process, must be how they do it all around for tournaments, because it's easier to keep track of the brackets. But if they just do that for the brackets, I don't know. I wonder how many stores would follow suit. Because how do you make it? How do you make Commander? How do you make Commander good? It's not like they can do. It's not like they can replicate the Command Zone every day. I mean, we do. Like, I'm surprised. Well, no, I'm not surprised, because people have tried doing tournaments on Spell Table, but there's a lot of cheaters on Spell Table when it comes to winning big prizes. People have done it, and people are like, "Oh, they're cheating," and yeah. But getting a setup to play 4v4, if they do 4v4, that'd be an interesting way to do a tournament. But how do you recollect to win if not?
Hello, doggy.
Because like sometimes 2 people win a game.
Okay, so I was just thinking about this while you were talking. It would, I guess, one way to play it out. So you have like 4 pods, right? That'd be 16 people. Each person from the pod that got first place is now going to be at their own pod in the second round, and the second person will be in the following pod, and so on and so forth. So you would probably break it down like that.
Huh. Yeah.
That would help establish the power level, because assumedly the people who won the first round have the more powerful decks. And so now in round 2, the more powerful decks are going to go head to head, while the lesser than decks will play. You know, the kiddie pool.
Right? That's so weird. I played CDH in Rhode Island, LA, Florida. Los
Hey,
Angeles,
Alaska, what up, bro?
That's
Did you
pretty
go to
cool. Well,
Bosco's? You probably went to Bosco's or Tier 1 if you were in Anchorage.
see, and it's not to kind of back up my idea, my claim that 1v1 is the way they play it, though. It's because like when I was upgrading my Rafika the mini deck, our area, like I never got to go, but our area, my local game store, their tournaments for CDH for 1v1. So that's why I built the deck to remove a player in like by turn 10. It's still not a CDH level deck, but I'd still like to play against them. Because that's how it was in this particular game store. So yeah, so maybe where I played, it's localized like that, and even though there are two different states that done it, maybe because they share the same kind of thought process, easier to bracket, whatnot, easier to flow. I don't know. Like if I had the money, I'd start my own game store and try it out myself.
What would be cool is if you did some networking and found a Magic judge and maybe interviewed them for a show one day.
Oh, well, eventually I'll get to that point because I know someone here has already been a Magic judge. So
I judge myself constantly.
That would be interesting.
I'm gonna go fetch that coffee, fellas. I'll be right back.
All right. So, of course, late for the pizza. All right. Got the waffles. We just ate our pizza.
Now it's time for waffles.
Yep.
And he's gone.
He's gone. All right. So, Hillbilly, really quick. What's the first segment of the day?
That would be the
Card of the day.
Yeah. All right. Here's a card I think I want for my Valky deck, and I think I have a copy somewhere. I don't know. Hellhole Rats, 4 mana, 2/2 haste. When Hellhole Rats comes into play, target player discards a card. Hellhole Rats deals damage to that player equal to that card's converted mana cost.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty good. Used to run this card like a solid champ. I know I haven't let Hillbilly read a card in a couple days, but I'm sorry.
This card will make me want to hold a land in my hand.
Right. Well, this card, I used to play this card majorly back in Standard when Dissension was legal. Back then it was pretty good, and he kind of built a rat deck because he had the one rat that costs 2 mana and comes to play. Your opponent discards a card, so it was a discard deck out there.
Nice.
But in Valky Lord of the Eyes, I think this will be good as I'm trying to get people to discard cards from their hand. Then this is a burn spell because they did take damage against that card. Yeah. I always think this card had Hellbent, but it doesn't.
Nice. You know what, man? I kind of miss the original Ravnica block, right? With the Dissension and
Right.
Guild Pact. As much as Guild Pact was kind of like trash, minus the shocks. I guess they had the ley lines, right? Didn't Guild Pact have ley lines?
No. Those were. I can't remember what set. I think it was the first City of Guilds block that came out the ley lines, but I could be wrong. Like the part of the block. Guild Pact wasn't a trash set, but it was the most complicated set of the 3 sets. Because the first set had main themes going for it. Dissension had counters and themes going for it with some weird abilities. Because like
draft and all that.
Azorius was weird, right? Azorius had that card where you reveal a card at the beginning of your upkeep and did something. But Guild Pact had Haunting as an ability, which is a weird card. I mean, that's almost as convoluted and complex as Cypher. And Golgori had the best coloring in that set, I believe. That format. I can't remember if Golgori was City of Guilds or Dissension. Not Dissension, but Guild.
It was City of Guilds.
Yeah. So guild
Yeah,
pack
random waffle correcting me. I'm just
guild
kidding.
pack was
Welcome,
just
bro.
the most complicated. Was the most complicated of the three sets of the block. Like I used to run a haunting deck, and it worked pretty good. It was just you had to work around haunting because with card with haunts, when it came to play, you target a creature, something happened. When it died, it attached to a creature. And when that creature attached to died, you triggered an ability. It was a weird, complex ability.
Do you know what else is complex?
What's up?
My ability to be correct. It actually did debut in Guild Pack. Look at those ley lines right there. Oh,
Which ley line? Which ley line are you talking about?
so we got ley line of the void, ley line of singularity, ley line.
Oh
of
yeah, it
Leap.
was. Now that I think about it, I remember Void. Yep, you're right.
Yay! That's the only thing I'm right about today, I guess. I'll be okay.
Because I'm thinking of the other iteration that came out in Corset.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They did do a couple Corset prints.
Real.
Some picture of the day. Here's a picture of TCG dude in the morning.
Oh, bro, don't you know it?
The weekend is almost here. Like, if that camera was on, then you'd see TCG dude in a hat and glasses. That's right.
That's right. That's right, sir.
Yeah. The weekend's almost here, everybody. Boom. When you realize it's a long weekend. No. You're like excited but scared because you don't know what to do with all that free time. Here's Captain Waffles. Get ready for the weekend right here.
Yep.
Yeah, Thursday could be Friday. That would be great. Here's a picture of my life right here. Me letting my coworkers know shift is almost over. The end is near. The end is near. Oh, hell yeah. That's some pictures of the day. So, that's a long segment before we got there, but yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, we're 30 minutes into the show.
Well, it's a chat and chill day. We can vibe a little, I guess. We did this. We did the bumper. I mean, that was important. And we got in a heated debate about CDH as a pro tournament thing. We breaking down.
yeah. The first 10 minutes was a little back and forth about that. Which actually, Captain Waffles is present. I would love to hear your input on the prospect of Wizards making CEDH a pro tour. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. Don't ever fucking do it.
Thank you.
It would be the absolute end of competitive Magic, and I'll tell you why. Because it will literally turn into Vintage 2.0, and it'll get to a point where nobody will want to play it because there's literally like 3 decks, and with the amount of change that can happen in older formats, it's next to nothing when a new card comes out. Right. So you're literally playing a stale, dead format forever because there's no literal change.
No little change, especially in a format that's like Legacy Light. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Play different.
There's no reason to ever make CEDH a Pro Tour format. No reason at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, so people around the internet are kind of talking about it and trying to get it there. Wizards of the Coast has not officially said anything about this, and probably smart for not. But last night I was watching a video. They were talking about doing CDH for Pro Tour, and they were talking about other people doing CDH for Pro Tour. Then on Facebook, I saw a couple of people talking about CDH becoming more of a Pro Tour thing. Now, for sure, at Pro Tours, there are areas where you can play CEDH and Commander, but it's not part of the format, not part of the game. It's part of the convention. But my question is, and you already kind of answered it, is would that be a healthy direction if they tried shifting, not fully to CEDH, but trying to come up with a different format? Because in Pro Tour, they always switch the format between modern, standard, historic.
Pioneer. It's Pioneer, not historic. Yeah.
Oh, Pioneer.
Historic only exists for Arena.
Okay, that's good to know. I thought historic can be played with paper too, so I didn't know. I thought they did historic as well.
Well, historic paper has been brought about because of Arena, but historic and timeless are like the two Arena formats.
Right.
And so that's supposed to be historic and timeless are supposed to kind of be like vintage legacy for Arena, but it's not really. But to answer the question about the EDH, there would be a massive, and I mean massive, ban list for CEDH. Kind of like how they did with Modern's first iteration, where they came out and they banned a bunch of stuff, and then they had a tournament, and then they went, oh crap, we missed another, 20% of the cards that we should have banned, and then they banned more cards. That's literally what would happen after the first tournament of a CEDH Pro Tour. There would be like 2 decks or 3 decks that would come in, and they would go, oh crap, we didn't think about this, and then they would ban even more stuff, and it would literally just be like a tournament and then a ton of bannings, and then a tournament and then a ton of bannings, and then a tournament and then a ton of bannings, because there's just too many cards in the card pool for them to try to catch everything the first time around. And so because of that, that's why I said it would be a very stale and boring format, just like Vintage is. Vintage is literally I would be more apt to see them go, hey, if you want to play Vintage, you can proxy 50% of your deck to play in this Vintage tournament, before I would love to see a CEDH tournament Pro Tour.
Right. Well, the interesting thing is like I know a shop in Utah. It was called Heebie Jeebies. They do vintage tournaments, and it actually give you a price range of money back in the day of how many cards you can proxy. Like you can proxy up to like X amount of money worth of cards in your deck if you want to play in this tournament. I like back then, Termaggoyf used to be like $40, before it was skyrocketed and dropped down again.
Yeah, like to touch on Benson's comment, I think the way that you could really make CEDH competitive, because he's right. Like, there's no skill level when you spend tons of money, but there is somewhat of a skill level. Like I've said, if you give the same deck to 2 different people, the experienced person's going to win 9 times out of 10. If you were to put like a budget limit, like, hey, you can show up with a $500 deck,
right?
And they snapshot prices like a week before the tournament, because obviously cards spike because of a tournament and other shit like that. But you like snapshot where it was when they submitted their deck for the Pro Tour, and then they have to build some kind of budget deck and encompass, using your skill and strategy to figure out the best course of action with a, it's almost like, there's a thing out there that they do this type of thing where you have limits, almost like if you go into boxing and you have to be in a weight class, you know what I mean? It's almost like that, where you have to be in a specific budget range to enter the deck. So that way it's not just like, oh, I have, like if you, like, what is it, DFS, when you do daily fantasy for sports for like football, and they put like salary cap, like you can only spend $200,000 to make your team, and Christian McCaffrey's like 50,000. You know what I mean? Like, you put a Mana Crypt in your deck, you're burning 200 of your 500.
Those are really
so
good
you have to be really good at budgeting what cards you put in there to make the deck function.
Right.
That would add the skill element to the EDH aspect.
Yep.
Right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, so one thing I've been learning, like watching the Command Zone and their secret videos, like their gear spilling secrets. Because you'll watch the Command Zone, and this is kind of a subject change in a way. We watch the Command Zone, and you notice their decks are always even powered, even killed, and no one's having a bad day on their hand, and that's because they plan things out so the show looks good for everybody, not because they want to show the true power level of a deck stomping over everybody, because they don't want anybody to have a bad game. They can't do that for Commander in tournaments. They can't make the game look interesting if someone pub stomps because their deck's just overly priced or overly expensive and runs. Even though, just in case I understood that comment, Black Lotus is banned in Commander. And Power 9 is banned in Commander.
Yep.
What if they went a different route? What if they made Legacy? What if they made Legacy back in the Pro Tour as like one of the tier events, like one of the tiered events? Because how sometimes they used to would have like a modern event, a draft event, and like a standard event.
So they do vintage champs and they do legacy champs because so many people are priced out of that. Like it's so hard to play in those tournaments. So to make that a Pro Tour format is near impossible, unless they were like I said, you could proxy up to 50% of the deck so that you could actually play in this tournament. And what they do is you bring whatever you have, and then Wizards gives you the proxies on site to play in the tournament, then you hand them back to them after you're done or whatever. They, with all of the 30th anniversary stuff they have in the warehouses they didn't sell, they can just crack all that open and let people proxy with that because they didn't sell it all. So, but I mean, that's one avenue they could do. But like I said, I think the Pro Tour formats are perfectly fine. There's no reason to change modern Pioneer and Standard from the Pro Tour. Mm-hmm. What they need to do is they need to focus on those formats rather than focus on Commander every set that comes out.
Right. No, trust me. As much as I do want the Eldrazi deck from the Modern Horizons 3, there should be Commander decks for Modern Horizons 3.
Yep, Waffles, I agree. I was saying that at the beginning of the show. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. They really should focus their efforts on what they currently have instead of trying to make new.
Why fix something that ain't broke?
Well, know what's going to happen? Hold up, Waffles. I'm going to pipe in just real quick before I lose this thought, bro. What if we had an unofficial Pro Tour hosted by Post Malone?
Oh God.
Oh God.
So the thing is WotC is the parent and we are the children, right? Of this whole thing. And this leads me back to some stuff I was reading the other day of where the parents have to step in and say no to the children at times. And this is a perfect example of the children going, we love Commander, we want more Commander, give us more Commander. And WotC needs to step in and go, no, we're going to give you Commander when we give it to you. Just like my child, she will eat everything that has sugar in it until her stomach makes her want to throw up, and then she'll keep eating more of it. And it's like, no, you cannot have 14 candy bars, a cinnamon roll, and 12 Cokes. Yes. Like, you have to have actual food, and then you can have those as a treat. Same thing with Commander. Stop shoving this shit down our throat and make us sick with it, because eventually everyone's going to be like, all right, enough is enough. Like, I'm done. I don't want to buy any more Commander product. Like, I'm sick of this. You've made 17 reprints of the same card every year. Like, no, stop. Like, eventually we are going to say no. But the point is WotC needs to stand up to their customer base and be like, look, I mean, simple supply and demand economics. Like, if you keep flooding the market, the supply is going to be too high for the demand and nobody's going to want it. You got to create scarcity to make people want it.
Well, in the realm of parenting, they just don't know when to spare the rod and spoil the child, because all they're doing is sparing the rod and spoiling the child instead of using the rod to punish the child. You know, and not to say they need to punish us, since they're expecting us to well, don't get me wrong, like people like me who are poor can't just, you know, indulge in what they want. But like people like those who can afford the product, you know, they're expecting them to control themselves. They know they got an addictive game. They know they got a loot box of a game, and people buy the product and they're not, and they came to the mindset where, well, it's not our fault. Someone goes broke, goes homeless because they kept buying the Magic, which I know a true story where that happened. But WotC is also not our parent. They're there for business.
True.
Yeah, but like there should be a level of responsibility handed off to them, but at the same time, when they're just looking to upgrade the profits over and over, upgrade the margins, who are they to say let's not make a product? Let's slam Commander. Let's make a legacy format and add some Commander decks to it. There you go.
Well,
And
it's a great conundrum, right? But the cat's out the bag, bro. It's like once kids got internet, people got internet. Like you can't un-internet the world, right? We can't un-commander Magic now.
Right.
No, but you can dial it back. You can regulate it. And here's one of the things that let's say WotC does go, you know what? We're gonna do a sanctioned tournament, but it's not gonna be a pro tour. We're gonna have, let's say, a GP style tournament of like, we're gonna test out this whole Commander thing. And it may be their way of like, I might be giving too much fucking credit to them, but they might come out and say, okay, we'll run your tournament. It's going to be a GP style tournament, but how do you do that? Do you say pods of 4, and if you win your pod, you win 3 points? If you come in second, you get 2. Like, how do you score that, first of all? Or do you make it where it's one-on-one matches? And now you're on a whole new element, because most Commander people build their stuff to know that they got to play against 3 other people versus one other person. And a lot of the Commander cards say each player rather than target player. So now you're adding a whole different element to the game of, do you play one-on-one? Do you play 4 people in a pod? And then if you do 4 people in a pod, how do you manage that system of comparing, like getting wins and losses and draws and ratios in there to create correct standings? Like, do you see the can of worms that a tournament like this creates because of the structure that they do not have for tournament format?
Right. Well, I know people who've made a point system for Commander, and it's not clear cut like the best idea, but like the point system was who did this play first, who played the Soul Ring first, who destroyed whose creature first, whatever. There's weird point systems people have done.
But yeah, but do you see how complicated that is, and how, like, you would have to have a judge at every table, and you don't have enough judges for that.
No, especially when
like,
Commander was made by the Judge program because they couldn't play Magic themselves.
Right. So the idea is there, but the logistics are far from making it a reality.
Right. So we'll see what goes on in the future there, because it's very interesting to see what people are talking about, because like as liquid as an idea, as fluid as it is, doesn't mean someone one day won't try.
What do you mean we can't host the GP on Discord? You can screen cap.
Right. Screen cap. No, like
so here's my other thing. Just because you have an idea doesn't mean it's a good idea.
That's true. That's true. This morning show was completely and utterly crap. God damn it. No kidding. No, but like, yeah, no idea is a bad idea, but no idea is the best idea. No idea guarantees it's going to work. An idea is just an idea. It's actually putting into action that proves to you the substance. But with educated guesses, you can use all your knowledge and all your prefixes of how things worked before. You can put together an idea how things will work. Like when Captain Waffles put his 2 cents in, and TCG player dude put his 2 cents in, that's based off the experience with the tournament scenes. Like how many people who came up who are talking about the CEDH being a tournament legal thing have been to a tournament to know if that's a legitimate idea or something to do. Like a lot of people come and say it. Who knows? I want to say it won't ever happen, but would not surprise me if it does. Well, like what if like this is Wizards of the Coast. They're owned by Hasbro. One day you go to the tournament and the top tier game is a game of Monopoly. Like, think how weird that is. It is completely an idea that's stupid, but could definitely one day be a thing.
Well, I mean, there's
not gonna lie.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Not gonna lie. There are blogs and other things written about competitive strategies for Monopoly, so that would not surprise me.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's there. But anyways, TCG dude, you're saying?
Oh, there's competition for anything, man. You know,
Right.
horse shows and modeling and, you know,
Oh, no.
best cooking, you know.
The Monopoly joke is for the Pro Tour. They do professional tournaments in Las Vegas for Monopoly.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I was
Yeah.
unaware.
Yeah, like people actually play
Me and
Monopoly
my
with real
Patrick
money.
Starfish under the rock life.
Yeah, they actually play Monopoly with real money.
Oh
Like,
wow.
Yeah, that's big.
Okay.
Like,
You know what? Hold the phone now. You know, tax return time. That would be so fun. Get the family together. Let's all have a real game of Monopoly. Clean up house.
Oh my god, there would be some families ripped apart after that game.
Right. Oh, it's funny, but no, like, yeah, like I don't know how often they do it, but like I've seen the boards and tables they play at. I mean, like diamond crusted, pretty cool stuff. But it's for big players who have the money, who just want to go play it. You know,
people that have money and nothing to do with it. Must be fucking nice,
right?
Yeah, really.
And it's not fixed like the McDonald's Monopoly game. So, oh man! But you know what'd be cool? You know what'd be cool, since you know this is chat and chill day, and I think Captain Waffles would be behind this. Is if we could put up a tournament where you get like 3 different board games, and the person who wins like the most of the 3 board games wins a prize. Like,
so what do I win?
Like, so you never played against me, Home Skillet.
I haven't played against me either.
I will absolutely wreck you in Everdale. So let's go. I'm ready.
Well, you probably would wreck me in Everdale. Last time I played, I came in 3rd. But
I've got Pearlbrook and Belfair expansions with mine.
Nice. So we don't have any expansions for it yet. But have you ever played Abomination?
Never heard of it.
Oh man, it's a game where you put
Is that the one? Is that the one with all the weird like folklore creatures that you have to fight against?
No, it's a worker placement kind of game where you go around a city collecting parts to build a Frankenstein, and every time you get a part, you have to use an action to make it alive, and you got to put it together. Be the first one to put Frankenstein together, and you're really digging out body parts from different areas. It's a Frankenstein game. It's pretty fun.
Okay. You ever played like Seven Wonders or Dominion or Ascension? I love all those.
Well, Dissension's the only game I don't think we own out of all those 3 you listed.
Operation.
Hillbilly with the old school.
Bro, I watched a YouTube video of somebody taking an operation board and like cranking the electric up like 1,000 times or whatever, bro, and making the whole table shake and everything. He had to like drill it down. Oh, it was great.
Vincent says the prize is Captain Waffles makes you pancakes.
I actually make bomb ass pancakes.
Nice. Like one game we just played that was pretty fun. It's a family game. I think you'd like it. There's a dryer going off. It's called Mlem. Like it's not really strategic, but it has a strategy. But it's just a careless family game. It's where you're going through space with cats, and the cats are the astronauts.
I already love it.
Right, and like you have 3 options for most spaces. You have 2 dice with different numbers. You have to roll one of them at least to move forward, or you have an afterburner fireball. Every time you roll like your 6 dice, if you roll your number like a 2, you remove the 2 from the game and you move 2 spots forward. If you roll an afterburner, you can move one spot and not lose that dice. Afterburners are to slowly get to the game. What you're trying to do is just trying to start at the beginning of the universe to the end of the Milky Way or into the galaxy without your ship crashing. Your ship crashes if you roll the dice and none of the numbers can be rolled. As you're going from the beginning of the universe to the end of the universe, basically, you can take your cat, which has an ability. Each cat has a different ability, which is easier to explain when you read the rules. And you can put it on a moon or a planet if you're on that spot. And you get points for each moon and planet you're on. But the end goal is like the reaching goal is to get to the end of the galaxy because that's where the most points are. Or if you're like me, where I settled up 3 cats on one planet and took over 4 moons over everybody else, and I got the most points for the most achievements gained there.
You'd be that guy in Settlers that goes for longest road or biggest army, huh?
Actually, that was my son. We just played
Oh.
Settlers. He has a 3D board of Settlers of Catan.
I have the Game of Thrones edition.
Nice. Settlers of Catan's a fun game. Like we own America right here, but there's a 3D version where the little plates are embossed 3D, and you get the roads and stuff, and
They look like the terrain that they are and stuff.
yeah,
It's
pretty cool. Then
Carcassones is another good one.
Another good board game that's fun for like a couple is Splendor.
I think I've seen it, but haven't played it.
It's a good 2-player game. I think you can play up to 4 players, but it's like best with 2 players. It's a really fun game. And then I'm thinking of another game, a game that I'm waiting to try. It's called Mycelia. Just came out, and we got.
Have you ever tried to play Everdale by yourself?
No, I suck.
So
at reading rules.
there is a 1-player way you play against like the Rat King or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've tried it like 4 times. I've yet to be able to beat it. It is absolutely insanely hard to play at 1v the like rolling of the game. Like it's almost like they just cheat.
Yeah, it probably is. One game. If you guys ever want to try to get into board gaming, that's a good entry level game to Euro. My wife always suggests playing the game Stone Age. It's a good entry level game. Well, I'm pretty sure Captain Waffles played the Euro games. He played Everdell. But like if for someone who's new to the game, new to bigger board games, Stone Age is a good game to get in because it's simple, but it has complex strategies. But it's very simple to get into, very simple to play, and it teaches the basics of most Euro games. Because Everdell is a Euro game. It's a fun game too. Like, man, people I play with see the game more, but like more better than I do. But I can only played the game twice now. I need to play it more to get more of the feeling. One game we played the most recently is Zombicide.
Cool.
Yeah. Zombicide is a zombie survivor.
Well, I gotta get on off of here. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're just about to close off the show anyways.
Oh, okay.
Rude.
We got to close off the show anyways. Well, I was just having a fun conversation about it. But yeah, so yeah, everybody, really quick, let's get to the show section.
All right. I'm at 438 subs. Just picked up a sub. All righty. And I will not be afternoon stream. As of right now, it may not be, but I got to go to have a doctor's appointment I got to go to, unfortunately. But I will be streaming for sure in the morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for some more real gameplay. Nice. And that's really all I have to show for today.
Good. TCG dude, is chilling anything?
Yeah, I don't have an infographic up right now. I was just searching for it, but pretty much You know, I'm just the homie playing online all the time, bro. Call of Duty, flipping Arena, whatever it is. But right now I'm actually doing a box battle for a Core Set 2014. It's a Japanese box. $18 for a seat for 5 packs. Of course, the high-low CMC battle, and then $7 shipping. So $25 out the door gets you a spot in this box battle. I don't have a specific date, just got to fill the seats, and I will get the info posted in the Discord and all that. So yeah, gotta get a little bit more active today. It's my weekend, so I'm gonna get a whole lot done productivity wise. And then of course later today I'll be on Mr. DJ Longhair's MTG Roundtable at 5 Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Yep. And
All
Captain Waffles.
Well, like I've always been saying for the last, 3 years. No, I'm kidding. So once we get to 250 subs, we're giving away the Sheldred, the Apocalypse, and then I don't have an infographic either ready yet, but I'm getting there. But from now until the end of the month, I'm taking pre-sales for the next pool game, because at the end of the month the price will go up. It's $6 a pool right now, but at the end of the month, when we hit June, it'll go up to $7. And I'm thinking the 22nd or somewhere around there in June is when the pool game will happen, because then I can have that Modern Horizons 3 box ready for it. But yeah, I've got tons of stuff to give away. We got the foil etched Sheldred to give away, a Ravnica Cluidin to give away, a Judgment starter deck to give away. Like, there's a bunch of stuff to be given on the wheel. But the other thing is, if you pre-order from now until May 31st, there will be 2 Modern Horizon collector packs given away to anybody that pre-orders. There'll be 2 winners. One person will win a pack each. For anybody that pre-orders, so that'll be spun off at the beginning of the stream for the pool game.
Nice.
So it's a little bit of a way to entice people to pre-order. But yeah, that's what I got for today.
Yay! Yeah, I'm still waiting for my mail to come in.
It should be there by Monday. Hopefully, I checked today.
All right, nice. Oh, there's you and someone else who sent me mail. I'm waiting. I'm like, the patience.
Yeah, hopefully yours and Hillbillies should be there by Monday.
Yeah. So, well, good. That's the last day I'm dog sitting. So there's nothing for me to show today because I'll be dog sitting from later tonight till Monday, the 13th. So I hope everything goes well with you. I want to thank you guys for getting along, hanging around. I do not know if we're going to continue the morning show. Till then, I'll let you guys know if that changes. But until then, I want to thank you guys for stepping along, being awesome, and being here. And we got to go because Hillbilly's got an appointment to go to. And always listen to your great and amazing leader, Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun. Fear not.